Right. Good afternoon from the United Kingdom. Welcome to my channel. In this occasion, I'm going to talk, unfortunately, again about this retard, Darth Dawkins. Tom Rabbit very graciously has uploaded a video in which I'm going to give my 5 pence of rant. But yesterday, a friend of mine gave me a picture of what Darth Dawkins looked like in his school yearbook, right? And it is, oh, yeah. Okay, that is Gary Mill, aka Darth Dawkins, and whatever bullshit other names he has, screen names he has had before, right? But that's the teenager. Right, and that will come into the point later in the video when he actually admitted to say, listen to me carefully. I have this teenage mentality. Fucking right you have, idiot. Yeah, you are a 60-plus-year-old dude, right, with a mentality. I think you have not grown in your brain. Right, you became an adult in body. But that's it. Because you are a scumbag of a human being. You are a scumbag as an adult. Okay, I don't know what happened. We don't need to know. But we do know now how the fuck you look, or you looked at that time. So without further ado, let's hear another stupid rant, scripted rant from Darth Dawkins. Okay, so let's make it happen. Video source. Let's
hey,
go.
Tom Rabbit! I hope you got this for your recording. Hey, YouTube out there. Tom Rabbit likes to record these.
Thank you,
hey,
Tom Rabbit.
Tom Rabbit!
I think the question, the follow-up question, when they answer that they don't know what it is, then the question would be, well, then.
I think you're talking about, we don't know about the God subject. So we don't say, we don't know. That's the honest answer. From the get-go, we have the honest answer. We have not said there is no X. We're not claiming the negative. And that's Darth Dawkins' speciality, to claim the negative. Oh, by the way, let me give you another present. You see that image of Gary Mill, young? So Darth Dawkins, Gary Mill. Let me put another picture. I think it's this one. Yeah. So I made it the Darth helmet with the guy there. So let's carry on, okay?
How did you determine that it's not God? How will they?
We have not determined, right? We have not determined that there is no God. Never, ever. But carry on.
They
Right.
can't. Yeah. So why are you up here, Tewodros?
Nothing. I just.
So what's the problem being there? Has he gone to the lion's den?
Wanted to help a friend.
Help a friend. You're no help to him. You're a troll.
I'm not a troll.
If he's a troll, you're a scumbag.
Every time I've talked with you, you've engaged in trolling. Let's prove me wrong, okay? God does not
Prove me wrong that he's a troll. Let's see how you're going to prove that.
exist because.
Oh, God does not exist because, is that? So if he does not answer that correctly, he's a troll. You are a dishonest piece of shit. That's what you are, Darth Dawkins.
God does not exist. I never made.
Okay,
so
so is it your position that you are withholding judgment as to the existence and non-existence of God?
No. You just slide in the non-existent. He's got lack of belief, not a non-existent. It's not putting a negative. It just says, I don't have a fucking clue. So the burden is on you to prove that whatever you're claiming is to be the case. Factually. Not fucking making it up out of thin air.
Okay. Now, do you believe that all facts that you're acquainted with derive and depend upon God.
Right. This is the typical shtick. Do you believe? It doesn't matter what anybody believes. It's what you can prove to be correct, factual correct. You have to say, you have to make a knowledge claim about what you're saying. Believe. You can believe in your basement. You can believe in the fairy godmother. You can believe in, I don't know, whatever. Okay? Believe does not make it right.
Ultimate starting point.
I can't say it's God.
Darth Dawkins, prove that it's an ultimate first before putting the claim that we need an ultimate. I said that previously on my last video, and you got shit for brains. You cannot comprehend what I said, right? But because you are a coward, okay, you hide in your own script. You got a small little fucking bubble brain, and you cannot move from there. That's your intellectual dishonesty in full mode.
Do you believe that?
No, I do not.
Okay, now.
That's it. That's it. You don't need anything else from him. I don't believe it. Right? So then it comes up to you to say, okay, you don't believe it because, okay, sorry, my bad. Right? Let me explain it, or let me change my argument, or let me give you more information, or confirm information to make it, to put it across to you, to say that whatever I'm saying, the bullshit that I'm saying is correct. But no. Let's see what you accuse him of.
When we talk about facts, facts can only exist within one of two realms. And I'm going to present those two realms as a true dichotomy.
No, I'm going to disprove your claim. That what you're just about to say is not true dichotomy.
Or not A. If I say to you A or not A, is that a true dichotomy?
Yeah,
Yes.
that technically is a true dichotomy, but that's the groundworks of the true dichotomy. The bullshit that you put in the two sentences is what does not make a true dichotomy. Because the true dichotomy has to be sound.
Okay. Facts will either reside in A or not A. Is that a true dichotomy?
Correct.
Okay. Facts will either reside in a realm of dependence and derivation from God.
No, because you can change God to whatever fuck you want. Okay? You can make it to the devil. You can make it to Peter Pan. You can make it to Santa Claus. Right? You can make it to the devil. Or whatever. Fuck it. Yeah? The fairy godmother, as I said before. You can make it to the unicorn, which was 2 videos ago. Right? Just replace God to whatever else, another entity, fictitious, and to Superman, Spider-Man, Hulk. Choose whatever the fuck you want. Take the word God out and replace it to another thing. Yet the statement holds. Okay? That does not make it a true dichotomy.
Or not.
Yes, that's
Do you accept that?
dichotomy. Mhm.
Okay. Now, the not category means...
You know what that is? That's a false dilemma. Okay? A false dilemma is a statement claiming to be true based on the argument of something that they don't know that exists, basically. Okay? That's a false dilemma. That's it. False dilemma. We can crush that motherfucker just by saying false dilemma.
that the facts exist with independence from God.
No, independent from the 10 or 15 characters that I mentioned. Simple.
Okay. So, do you believe that there are facts?
I suppose so, yes.
Okay. Do you believe that those facts are facts because they derive?
Facts, yeah. You're an asshole. That's a fact. I don't need a God to prove that. Okay? Are you a bully scumbag? That's a fact. I don't need a God for that. Do you have minions? Yeah, that's a fact. There you are. You don't need God for that.
And are in dependence upon God?
No, I'm an empiricist.
Good. So then the facts that you believe in exist within the realm of independence from God until shown
No,
otherwise.
independence of, remember, change the word God to the other 15 or 20 characters I mentioned, exactly the same thing. False dilemma.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. That logically and necessarily commits you to the denial of the existence of God. Are you aware
You
of
see,
that?
now the negation of, again, the characters I said previously before. False dilemma. Okay? He's not explaining correctly. It's just, he's narrow-minded. He's focused in a script. And unfortunately, this guy, yeah, is falling for it. Okay? So it's not A and B as in God or not, or not. The attribute, it is with God or not God. Prove God first for the attribute to be correct in the first place.
Well, I know you say that, yeah, but
Right.
I can prove to you that it doesn't.
Okay, let me explain to you. Let me explain
No,
to you
no, no,
why
no, no,
you're
no, no,
wrong.
no. Let me explain. No, let him prove it first. Okay? You start to fuck up there, Darth Dawkins. Yeah. If he says he's got proof, fucking listen. Listen to what he has to say. You're being dishonest, scumbag, as usual. But of course, you have to, because you are older with a child mentality, let's see what you're going to come up with.
Okay? Let me explain to you why you're wrong.
Sure.
Okay?
Well, wrong. You haven't heard his fucking side of the argument first, you fucking idiot.
In a world where God is, all
In a
facts
world
would
where Santa Claus is, in a world where Superman is, yeah, what?
derive and depend upon God. In a world where God does not exist, all facts would exist with independence of God. If one fact derives and depends upon God, then it necessarily follows that God exists. If a fact in question, any fact at all, does not derive and depend upon God, then it logically and
One that does not derive from God. You're an asshole. That's a fact. You're a scumbag. That's another fact. You gave your wife STD. That's a fucking fact. You divorced or she divorced you. That's a fact. You live in your mother's basement. That's a fact. How many facts you want? Therefore, God does not exist because it does not derive from the supernatural. I just debunked your own fucking God, you stupid idiot.
necessarily follows that God cannot exist. Okay, do you understand?
Yeah, you've made perfect sense with your dichotomy.
Do you agree with what I just said?
I do,
No.
but here's the issue.
Okay,
Doc.
That's the
do
problem.
you believe
That's the problem. He accepting it, right? Because he doesn't know the notion of false dilemma.
that there's one fact that exists with independence of God?
So here's the thing. Yeah,
Yes, you live in your mother's basement.
I
If you do
yes,
not
I can
answer the
give
question,
you
I'm going to
yes.
kick you.
No, don't kick me. I'm going to give you an example.
Good. Do you believe
So you
that
threaten people. Okay. He was going to give you an answer before on his point of view, but no. Okay. Be a bully. Oh, that's another fact. You bully scumbag.
Here's a
there's one fact that exists
Yes.
physically, ontologically, with
Yes.
independence from God? Okay,
Yes.
good.
Your
that
mother's basement.
necessarily commits you to the denial of God.
No,
Okay,
why?
Why don't I give you the fact and why don't you
Okay, listen
give us an
to me
argument?
carefully. Listen to me.
Let him fucking answer, you scumbag. Let him answer. You bully the fuck out of people. You are intellectually dishonest, piece of shit. That's what you are, in essence.
Carefully. Stop dodging what I am saying.
I don't
to you,
have
okay.
He cannot be dodgy because you not let him fucking answer. How fucking stupid can you be?
Listen to me. Tewodros,
I can make my own point.
Listen.
Right.
I've dealt with your bullshit before.
Okay.
Okay.
What bullshit?
Sure.
He has not said anything. He cannot say bullshit if he cannot talk. Even if it's full of bullshit, let him talk his bullshit. But you have not let him. You are even contradicting your own bullshit. How fucking scumbag can you be? Fucking hell. What a stupid asshole you are.
Listen carefully. Your high school level of reasoning isn't going to cut it here. Listen to me carefully. The reason why I have to be so assertive is because I have this teenage mentality. Listen carefully.
You have this teenage mentality. Hold on. Fucking very impressed with your fucking teenage mentality. So you reckon that is probably 90% of your reason, the reason that you are a scumbag. Da-da. Gary Mill.
Yeah.
If any fact in question exists ontologically independent of God, then God cannot exist. Do you accept that statement?
No, I do not accept it.
Okay. Is God defined?
No. Your next question would be why, and present your case. Don't just fucking overrun the conversation, or you monologue, or you... Basically, what you're doing is a pure interrogation. That's it. You are trying to prove, without any fucking knowledge claim, that you are correct.
As being the creator of all facts that are not himself?
Your creator, createe is a hypothesis.
Okay, sir, we're defining God. Listen carefully. We're defining God
Yes.
as the source and basis of all facts.
Defining God. You can define Peter Pan into whatever the fuck you want. That does not make it factual. Okay? You can believe whatever the fuck you want, Darth Dawkins. You can believe whatever thing. Yeah, but don't impose on another that your belief system, okay, your definition of something, it is a true entity, a living entity. That's your disconnect. You know, you are living in your world of fantasy.
That all fact, definitionally, God is the source and basis.
Definitionally, is not a factual realm. It is here. Definitionally, is here only. Okay, you as a human being, if you are, right, you defining something. You define the characteristics or whatever the fuck you want to define. It does not make it real. That's your fallacy.
All facts, whereupon all facts would derive and depend upon God. So if even one fact derives from God, then God would exist under that definition. Now,
yeah, but you're defining it. Okay, you're defining it. It's not a statement of fact. It's not a knowledge claim.
One fact were to exist that did not metaphysically derive from God, then God logically cannot coexist.
Sure.
Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you accept that as true?
Okay, I'll accept it as true. God does not exist.
No, I didn't ask you that. You need to
No.
focus. You see, this is your biggest problem in our conversations.
It's not my biggest
Listen
problem.
to me. I'm
Why
going to
don't
get you.
No. What he's doing, this guy is doing is riding your wave, right? He's telling you, I give up. I cannot talk. I cannot express my point of view, so I'm going to ride your wave. I'm going to dance your tune, right? Because it's not fucking point talking to you because it's like talking to a fucking wall. And that's it. He's actually giving up, to be honest.
The room.
Why don't you let me
I'm going
talk?
to kick you goodbye. Fuck off.
Why don't you let me talk? I'm going to kick you goodbye. Really? Is that your honesty, your integrity as a human being? You have not let him express his point of view. The only thing he has said is yes or no to whatever. Right? You make him go your way. That's it. You don't say, oh, what's your opinion on this or what's your opinion on that? Let's talk it. Let's work it out. No, yeah, because you are a scumbag. You force him into a point that says, okay, fuck it, whatever you want, yeah, and then you get annoyed. You get annoyed when we dance your tune. That's fucking an irony.
You piece of garbage.
Pugnacious ass. Shut the
He's a piece of garbage. You are the Everest of piece of garbage. Yeah, you are the whole fucking mountain as a garbage. If he's a garbage, piece of garbage, fucking hell.
Okay?
Yeah, he
The reason
deserves.
why I'm using my French, this guy is a piece of garbage. He's
No, he's
one of
not.
the most dishonest people I dealt with. Okay? I'm trying to
Darth Dawkins, that is called projection. Okay? Unfortunately, you're talking about yourself, funny enough.
go through to show him that what he does say he believes necessarily commits him to the non-existence of God, but he wants to be
No. He could be wrong, and it's up to you to prove him wrong with whatever bullshit reason that you have. And still, he could say, I don't believe your second round of bullshit. And that's it, and he can walk away. But you have to fucking boot him, because he doesn't go along with you. You're the scumbag, man. You are the scumbag. You are the despicable human being.
fucking argumentative little punk like these atheists are.
Yep,
Okay?
of course. Oh, yeah.
And by the
Little
way,
punk, when you just said that I have this teenage mentality, you are the little punk. Yeah, you are the kid in a grown man's body. You haven't got a fucking clue what you're saying. Or you don't realize what you're saying. That's even worse. Because it makes you look like a fucking fool. Throughout the whole world, you are a fool. And like the black guy in the A-team, I pity the fool.
those in the audience, excuse my French. As a Christian, I shouldn't talk that way, but I'm so
You're not a
sick
fucking Christian. You're not a fucking Christian. And an atheist is telling you that. You're not a fucking Christian. You're a fake Christian. You're an aggressive person that do not have a fucking clue on how to behave like a Christian. A Christian, his first thing has to be humble. You haven't got a shred of humility. Not a fucking shred.
these lying pieces of garbage. Now, he wasn't kicked because he was merely disagreeing. He was purposely
What do you mean disagreeing? He could not even fucking disagree. You did not let him fucking talk. You're not listening to what you're saying. Your mouth is bigger than your two ears. That's your fucking problem.
being deceptive and argumentative in order to avoid the
Argumentative. For him to be argumentative, first of all, he has to fucking talk. How can you argue when you don't let him argue? That's illogical. You're not even...
of the succession of thought. Okay?
Amen.
Now, this isn't the first
Fucking idiot. Amen.
time he's done this. Every single encounter that I've had with him, which is almost maybe about a dozen occasions, maybe a little bit less than that, every single encounter, he is a deceitful little scumbag. And do I say he's deceitful?
How? Seriously, how? What part has he said to show deceit? He has to be... He has to tell you an information that is not right, okay? Not proven right, to be a deceitful person. But for that, he needs a little bit of conversation. He needs to talk. He needs to put his point of view to be able to deceive you. But give him a fucking chance, even for you to claim what he's not.
Deceitful because he disagrees with me? No, I didn't call the last guy that I talked to deceitful because he wasn't being deceitful. Did we agree? No, we didn't agree on certain things. But this guy is a deceitful little piece of garbage.
Well, of course. I mean, yeah.
Of course,
Tewodros,
I mean.
put your hand down. You're not
Yeah, hey,
going to be coming
Tewodros,
back
hit
up.
the road, Jack. I'm kicking you from the room. You're a piece of garbage. I'm sick of your deceit. Okay. Yeah, That will work fine for you at the 8th grade cafeteria table. It's not going to work with me. Goodbye, Tewodros. All right, he's gone.
He's gone.
And the reason
hold on.
why
Again, a round of applause for Darth Dawkins, Gary Mill, because he kicked somebody. Okay, because he did not have the opportunity to talk. Well fucking done. Very fucking impressed. Yeah. You're right. You're right. Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Angry with that piece of garbage, right? It's because he does this every single time. I was being gracious in letting him up.
You're being gracious. You were gracious. Really? You being gracious? How can you be gracious with that fucking teenage mentality? Retard.
With his previous bad conduct.
By the way, did you get that, Tom Rabbit?
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's Gary Mill. That's Darth Dawkins in that little kid's mind. And with that, if anybody sees it, thank you for viewing. No need to subscribe. It doesn't matter. I don't do it for economic gain or anything like that. But I'm going to set my mind to humiliate that piece of shit. Thank you, and bye-bye.